What's up, guys? Child Support School class is in session. Today I'm going to talk about what happens if you just don't pay your child support, right? What if you decide just to buck the system and not pay your child support? So there's a lot that can happen, right? So I've certainly met moms and dads who just made the decision that, hey, look, I can't afford it. I'm in a deep hole. I'm just not going to pay it. And there's a lot of kind of tactics, strategies that a lot of parents have used over the years to try to avoid just paying the child support. I've heard a lot of dads who have really outlined a plan, a strategy to just pick up and move out of the country. They found out that the state was going to come after them for child support, and so they just left the country, for 3 or 4 years, and then the state just kind of stopped looking for them and dropped the case. Yeah, I guess. I mean, thinking about it, theoretically, that could work. I guess, but the problem is even that in that situation, as long as the state is paying food stamps and Medicaid for the other parent, they're going to be looking for dad. And if mom finds out that dad's back in the country, she's going to alert them immediately. Or if it's like a divorce situation, mom's going to get a divorce granted, even if it's by default. But the problem is, if you don't pay, there's kind of a whole kind of plethora of cascading effects that can happen. So first off, when you're late on a payment, that payment is going to get moved from the on-time column over to the delinquent column, right? So when a monthly child support payment gets moved over to the delinquent column, it's basically going to start accruing some late interest penalties, right? With the local clerk of court who's going to keep track of those, and like here in my local jurisdiction, the interest penalty is 6%. I think it's compounded daily, and so that adds up really fast, and that's on delinquent late support. So that's kind of the very first phase of what happens is that one late payment over time is going to earn interest, and it's going to become a lot more than just that one payment. It's going to grow into something bigger over time. And if you add that with a whole bunch of late payments, it can become a whole mountain of debt. And it's not the kind of debt that you can file bankruptcy and get out of. It's not the type of debt that if you retire, it goes away. It sticks with you until you die, basically. Anytime you file a tax return, they'll take it. They can levy bank accounts, they can get a money judgment and take property and auction off property and get their money that way. I mean, there's a lot that can happen. So the next prong is going to be contempt. Right, so normally there's going to be a motion for contempt that somebody's going to file. Maybe it's going to be the mom, if it was from a divorce or a custody case, or it's going to be the state of Florida, Department of Revenue attorneys who will file a contempt. If it's a DOR, type of case, and they can do a lot. The powers of contempt on child support is pretty intense. I mean, it starts out with them suspending your driver's license, suspending your passport. I have a lot of international clients, and when their passport gets suspended, that hurts. That really bites into their lifestyle and their employment. Or suspending professional licenses like realtors, barbers, lawyers, doctors, any profession that requires a professional license, they will suspend those. So if you rack up a couple of contempts for non-payment, they'll start issuing civil warrants for your arrest. And, in most jurisdictions, well, certainly in the jurisdiction I live in, they're allowed to keep you locked up in the county jail for up to 6 months until they receive this purge payment that they're going to hit you for. And so that can be rough. So if you don't have the money immediately available to pay the purge, or you don't have a girlfriend or a family member or someone who can post that for you, you might be sitting in the county jail for 6 months. And that's just crazy without a criminal charge. And so, is that really constitutional? I mean, is that really something that they're allowed to do? I don't know. It doesn't seem like they should be able to. Does any of their punishments actually make sense? I don't think they do, and here's why. Because, and I've said this in other videos, if someone's not paying their child support or they're not paying it on time, and you're trying to incentivize them to make their payments, I don't think it makes sense to the first thing you do by default is take away their ability to make money to make the payments, right? So you're going to take their driver's license so they can never drive to work and make money to make the child support payments, or you're going to suspend their professional license so they can't work to make money to pay their child support. I guess I can understand taking the tax refund. I guess I can understand suspending the passport, but I feel like there's got to be a better way, to incentivize people to, make their child support payments if they're not. So at the end of the day, like I said, once this debt accumulates, it doesn't go anywhere. Anytime you file taxes, anytime you get a job, you get a job at a new place, they're going to find out about it. They're going to send an income withholding order there, and you're going to get stuck with it. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. I appreciate you hanging through the end. Class is dismissed. If this video added some value to your situation, if you like this content, please smash that like button. It really helps us out in the YouTube algorithm. And if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe to our channel. We're also creating courses for folks that are representing themselves in the court system. So be on the lookout for that. Once those courses are ready, we're going to drop links in the description below. All right, guys, see you in the next one.